We're going to take a look at finding the interior angles of a quadrilateral, but in particular we're going to be looking at finding the values of two unknown angles. So just to do a recap of what we've already done. So we've already looked at finding one unknown angle within a quadrilateral. So what we do is use the fact that all four of these angles add up to 360 degrees, and we write up an equation that looks something like this. Then we add all the known values, in other words all the numbers, together. Then we subtract the number on the left here from both sides, so we just get x by itself. And then we get our value for x. Now this seems simple enough, right? Well, moving on to finding two unknown values may seem a little bit more daunting, but it's just as easy. It's just a matter of turning the numbers you find in the shape into an equation, and once you've got that in an equation, you just work out the algebra. Now this looks pretty confusing, right? When we look at it like this one big shape with all of these numbers and everything, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So that's why the first step is actually to take one of these triangles. So you'll see that there's a dotted line here that kind of divides this quadrilateral into two triangles. So what we do is we pick one of the triangles, we treat it as its own little object, and we'll work out one of the values that we don't know. So we'll work out the top triangle first. So we know that all of the angles in a triangle add to 180 degrees, right? So what we'll do is we'll write this up as an equation. So we've got x take away 8 plus x plus 100 equals 180 degrees. We then add all the like terms. So we get 2x plus 92 is equal to 180 degrees. We then subtract the number on the left hand side on both sides, so we get the x term by itself. And then we have to divide both sides by 2 because we want to get x by itself, so we get the value of x. So we then get the value of x, which is 44 degrees. So now we can work out both of these angles because we know the value of x. So we just substitute 44 in the place of x. And we get our two values of 36 and 44. Now we can work out the y value because we've worked out the x value. We have two options here. We can either look at this as a separate triangle again like we did before, or now we can look at the whole thing as a big quadrilateral. So we'll do the second option so that we've just covered both ways. So we know that the angle sum of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So we just got to write this up as an equation. We then add all the like terms together, in this case it's just numbers. And we then take away the number on the left from both sides, so we get y by itself. And we get our y value of 57 degrees. Now one of the really cool things about the interactives is that, well, you can interact with them. So for example, you can change up the shape of the quadrilateral, so it doesn't have to be sort of the kite looking shape that it was. So for example, here I've got it as, I don't know, I kind of thought it looked like a jet plane, like when there's really fast ones. Yeah, so you can move it around, make it more of a triangle, even though it has 4 sides. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. And another cool thing you can do is you can also go back through all of the steps that we've gone through by using the green slider at the top. So you can drag it across and yeah, just go through all the steps, and if there's anything you need to go over again, you can do that. And just play around and have some fun with it.